Alright YouTube, so I'll start this vlog off with this little sketch here of Darth Vader with his severed helmet, and he has two lightsabers because, you know, this is one of the rare moments of Darth Vader when he has the call to the light, but of course he resists. But for this vlog, I'll be talking about my pitch for my Star Wars Episode 14, which I'm really excited to be making this vlog. I'll also be talking a little bit about the new Star Wars trilogy that is upcoming by Simon Kinberg, so more or less similar to my previous vlog that I made a few days ago, which if you guys remember, the lead character of it was a Jawa Jedi, and I also want to see the Kamino characters and the Hutts become, or a Hutt rather, become a Jedi, as well as a Tusken Raider. Unfortunately, I don't have those drawings with me right now, but I can display the images. Alright, never mind YouTube, I found the drawings. So this is the Kamino Jedi, the Jawa Jedi, and of course the Ewok Jedi. So we know there's a new Jedi Order movie coming out, I believe, at the end of 2027, which I am excited for, but that's different from this vlog because the trilogy that I believe the real upcoming episodes 10 through 12, as well as, you know, my episodes 10 through 12, and now I'm on episode 14, so I'll skip the blabber and just get to the plot. So I definitely want this Star Wars movie to be somewhat similar to Andor, as well as a little bit of the potential Padme novel books that I haven't read, but I really enjoy the governmental aspect of Star Wars, so I think it'd be cool to incorporate that in with the Jedi Knights of Star Wars, these new characters. And I imagine that Simon Kinberg's trilogy will either be set in the distant future of Star Wars or in the distant past, because I feel like they need a time frame where we haven't explored. But I read something intriguing that, you know, personally I found the Star Wars timeline, as much as I love Star Wars, to be incredibly confusing, but I don't really care because I love Star Wars. But what I do think could happen is, this would make little sense and probably won't happen, but if they made the new Star Wars trilogy episodes 13, 14, and 15, and then did another prequel-ish trilogy of 10, 11, 12, that could be fascinating, because although we're hearing the new trilogy and it's 10, 11, 12, like, you know, chronologically, that's not to say it still can't technically be 13, 14, 15, right? I don't know, but I definitely think it would be cool to see a Padme series as well, and sort of her character arc, or a character with a similar character arc as Padme, incorporated in with episode 14, where the Queen is undercover and under attack from the Separatists. But we also know the Jawas are a very discriminated group in this Star Wars trilogy, and so are the Tusken Raiders, and the Hutts get a bad rep. So, you know, this is all sort of them coming together in their Jedi Order to overthrow the next Sith and Separatists. But the Sith that I found intriguing was the Sith that looks like those characters that play the jazz band in Star Wars, who, you know, want to create more Sith and overrule the galaxy once again, and are even more evil than the Separatists, because they, similar to the Joker in The Dark Knight, just want to watch the world burn. But the reason the Sith villain in my trilogy is so intriguing is because, you know, he, similar to, although it was not confirmed, the Dark Knight Joker, he was once a Jedi and a good guy in the war, and that traumatized him and destroyed his brain. And we see flashbacks of this Sith in episode 14 becoming, or when he was a Jedi, become a Sith, and then, you know, he just, like, you know, goes absolutely insane. And part of what makes his character so intriguing is that he could have been brought back to the light side, because what makes his character intriguing is that he was not able to be helped in time. But, you know, it makes these new Jedi Order question everything, and even about their own selves, because they feel like they could have helped him, but they didn't. And here's a little concept art piece of this new Star Wars trilogy, episode 14, Jones Beach style, with these characters. Probably look familiar, not going to explain them, but we like the snow globe drawing style I drew. And I also think another thing intriguing, I'll show another drawing off, is, sorry, that's embarrassing, this new Spider-Man, potential Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie with these villains. And as you guys know, Raimi has a very horror movie-like style, and apparently a Star Wars horror series is in the works, which I've predicted and I've been excited for. But I personally hope it's still PG-13. I won't cry if it's R-rated, but what intrigues me about Star Wars is it's able to be so incredible with just a PG and PG-13 rating. So overall, this has been sort of my thoughts on Simon Kinberg's upcoming trilogy, as well as my movie pitch for Jones Beach Star Wars Episode 14. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until then, thanks for watching. Stay tuned more soon. Goodbye.